Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedge and Lee with a daily update for the S&P 500 index. So yesterday we had lowered the wave 3 down a little bit because we had seen the count of an ending diagonal, this upward pointing wedge with the yellow 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The diagonal situation is really the only instance where wave 1 and 4 are allowed to overlap. And the ending diagonal, it counts as 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. If that's the case, wave 3 might be in. And we may be looking at the onset of wave 4, the white wave 4. So I think this is confirmed that we so far have white 1, 2, and 3 completed and placed. Subwaves also qualify the higher degree of trend counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of 3. So let's look at how maybe wave 4 might unfold. Before we do that, let's look at wave 2. Notice how wave 2 was very clean, swift, near vertical, and it's really an ABC. I believe this was a flat, ABC flat. There's an alternation between 2 and 4, where if wave 2 was simple and quick and near vertical, then usually wave 4 will be more sideways, a little more complex, and not as quick. And I believe we are already seeing the sideways kind of price action for wave 4 onset. So if wave 4 is already starting, usually when waves price moves sideways, it's more of a combination. And the combination would come in doubles or triples. And I believe this would be a good candidate for maybe a double combination. In other words, a WXY. W, X, and Y. So W is counted as an ABC subwave. These belong to the family of threes, WXY, WXYXZ, and the AB of the flats. All belong to this family of threes, same as triangles, except for the leading diagonal, which is 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. The ending diagonal is a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and the triangles themselves, A, B, C, D, E, are in the family of threes as well. So if we have an ABC, we can label as A, B, and C. And then the W will itself also have an ABC. C will have, Y will have ABC as well. And that's probably where wave 4 will go to. The WXY usually moves sideways without much direction of up or down, but it can lean. In this case, it's leaning downwards. So the WXY could take a few days because it's going sideways. The purpose of price going sideways is to allow the correction to consume as much time possible. It's eating time. And so I think it'll take maybe until the 25th, 24th, or the 23rd, for us to get a resolution of this WXY. This can easily morph into an ABC and go straight down, because the rule of alternation doesn't always comply. The rule of alternation between 2 and 4, I've seen too many exceptions. But in this case, I'm going to take that rule and apply it and see what happens. And then after the WXY completes, we should see an impulse, probably to all-time new highs, 2861 or so, in an impulsive manner. Okay, that is the short term. Here are the cycles on a daily scale. We have still pretty much every cycle pulling up until today, at which point the 10-week is going to start rolling over. And that rolling over of the 10-week until mid-August should have a play and an impact on the price. However, the 5-week is pulling up strong right now. The 20-week is still pulling up strong, and the 9-month 40-week is still pulling up really strong. So I think we're going to still see price going to 28.54, if not in excess of the 28.76, making all-time new highs. And then it's really the time around, let's say, mid to end of November, cyclical. Every November is a downtime, usually correction time for the stocks. When every cycle except the 9-month will be pulling the price down, I think that point we may have a hard pull down, maybe even below 25.53. And what we can do is we can say A, B, and we'll get a C wave down. So from a longer term perspective, we can be looking at an A, maybe either a B below the top or an above. I think it's going to be a bit above, so it'll be an expanded flat, and then a C decline, maybe to the low 2500s. So that is a bigger picture that I'm looking at. And that could be the midpoint reset for the 9-month, and everything else will pull back up again. But the 9-month will have a pull down effect. It could be a lot more less than this, especially if we make a much higher high to the 3000, let's say. Then that wouldn't be an expanded flat. The B would have kind of gone too far. Then we'll be looking at a 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. But I don't know exactly which way it'll go. But based on the cycle, there's a correction coming sometime in November. And that may coincide with the B finishing and the onset of C. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Have a great day.